Hello everybody, my name is PJ Ruschmann, or Paul Ruschmann. I'm a local artist. I've lived in Grand Rapids my whole life, done art my whole life when I had the opportunity. I tell a little story of how I kind of got started on this recently, the last 10 years of my life. I had a niece, my niece Hannah, created pieces of art, small pieces of art, blankets that she cut. And for one of her birthdays, or for Christmas, I got her a table down at Fulton Street Market, Farmers Market. Back then, in those days, on Sundays, they had a artist market where they invited crafters and artists to come in and show their stuff. So I bought her a table for the season. Well, come to find out, it was between 8th grade and 9th grade, so between grade school and high school. And she became much more interested in boys and sports and cheerleading and all the things that are going on in high school. So I wound up with this 8-foot table for the season. And I had to figure out how I was going to use it as Hannah was out. So I started with smaller pieces of art. Here's an example. I found these in my yard. These are actually the trees. They're the stems from a tiger lily. And they're sitting there in the yard, and I started cutting them and putting them into frames. And they started very simply with just the tree and the frame. And then I started staining the frames, and then I started finding backgrounds, and it just went from there. So that's kind of how I got my start. Now I've expanded recently into art that's more like this and more like that, kind of collage art, where I work at a library, and to my chagrin, I found out they're throwing out older magazines and stuff. So I asked if I could have them, and they said yes. So that became my medium. Taking home these magazines, cutting out little things and arranging them, and then maybe doing a little Photoshop on them or a little bit of mixed media art. And that's what I've been doing. I'd like to say I'm very honored to have my art featured here at Trinity Lutheran Church. People have been great to me. The way I found out about Trinity Lutheran Church is my pastor, one of my priests at St. Andrew's, Father Lally, 83 years old, had a show a few months ago where yeah, put it up there, right? Where he wanted to sell some of his art to raise money for his mission. So I came down and worked with John and the crew, setting up Father's art, and I just fell in love with the ministry. I mean, I love what you do for artists, local art and artists. And so I became a part of the crew. And I hung a couple of exhibitions, most recently mine, but love the ministry, love the mission, love the people.